everybody. Welcome back to the Big Hair Roundtable. We got a special guest tonight. Dan is off, and so is Hairball. He'll be back soon, hopefully. But I got my nephew in here, Jason. He goes by Nelly, so he's a big Poison fan. And tonight we're gonna rank. Look what the cat dragged in from bottom to top, and see which comes out on top. So make sure you like and subscribe down below, and you still check out Hairball John's radio app and radio channel, his radio show. He puts on a lot of good stuff, and you guys will, if you like this show, you'll be liking to watch that. So check out his stuff. Make sure you like and subscribe to our channel. And without any further ado, we'll let our guest go first. What we're going to do is start at 10 and work our way to 1. And we've all kind of picked what we think will end up with the lowest score, meaning it's the highest ranked one on the album. But we're going to let Nelly go first. And so take it away with your number 10.
I knew you were going to do that. Put me right in the hot seat.
Yep.
First, thanks for having me. So, I watch every time. So, this is awesome. I love the album from top to bottom. So this is probably one of the most difficult ones that I would have to break down.
Wait 1 second. I forgot to mention like when it was came out and stuff. So it was 1986. So it's 40 years old. Just about like last month it came out in May of 1986. So it was 40 years old, and there was 4 singles on it. Cry Tough, I Want Action, I Won't Forget You, and Talk Dirty to Me. So now we'll let Jason take it away.
All right. Like I said, I love the album top to bottom. Very difficult. I could interchange most of these, but there was one that stuck out to me as the one that was my least favorite for sure. And that is Blame It On You. I listened to that. It's only 2.5 minutes long, and they say that 16 times in the song. I had to look that up because I knew it was a lot, but it's too much. So that would be my number 10 on the list.
Your number 10 is Blame It On You. Okay. We will get to that with everybody. We'll make comments if you want, but you probably could comment about it when it comes to be your choice on that song. Unless it's later on when we're commenting on it more. But all right, Blade, you're next, man. What's up? What do you got?
There's really no surprises with this album. I mean, the whole album, it is like a good time, summertime party album. We're probably going to be all pretty close on this, but yeah, I think there's even the 2 or 3 filler songs that are on this album. I mean, they got good beats. I mean, they're still good time songs, but my number 10 is going to be Let Me Go to the Show.
Go to the show for me.
Yeah, that don't do it for me. Again, it's got a good beat. The whole album's got a good beat. It'd be fine for a barbecue, tossing some bags and still listening to it, but I'm not really fond of the lyrics on that one.
Okay. All right. So let me go to the show. Well, I'll just continue with that because my number 10 is also Let Me Go to the Show. I just the lyrics are pretty cheesy and kind of whiny, and it seems like back then I was like 19 when it came out, so it was okay then, but it was even kind of cheesy for that. It's kind of more geared towards like a 13-year-old or something,
13.
like shimming, breaking out of his house, and everything.
Yeah.
But I do like that.
Mama.
Yeah, mama. But I do like the break in the song, kind of where it goes into the out the window, shimmy down the tree. I do like that part. That part was good. And then of course you got to like the very end where that's a perfect way to end the album. You heard your mother. Turn that shit off.
Yeah,
that's a perfect way to end the album.
Yeah,
but
yeah, definitely some good wording in there, but overall,
yeah. So that's my number 10 also. So now we'll go Blade. You go first on this one. You're number 9.
Okay. Now that's where my Blame It On You comes in at number 9.
Okay.
So yeah, again, filler song, not very good. Again, it's still good time musically, not the best musically, but I mean it's still fun. But hate the words, hate the lyrics. Probably took them 2 minutes to write it.
Okay. Let's see. Then I'll go next. And my number 9. Let me see here what I have as number 9. This is the only one I think that might kind of that you guys might differ on a little bit. But my number 9 is Played Dirty. I just the tempo seems a little slow. It's kind of a harder song, but the tempo seems kind of slow to me. And I think it's just Poison trying to act tough. And when it comes to Poison, I mean, Motley or them guys can act tough, and they may be able to back it up, but I'm pretty sure I could probably take all 4 Poison guys at once. Not tough guys.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. Their album cover is pretty tough looking.
Yeah, but yeah, that one
Scary.
I don't know. It's not. I don't, like I said, I don't hate anything on the album, but for me, that one is my number 9, Play Dirty. All right, Nelly, what you got?
Well, this was pretty simple. My number 9 was Let Me Go to the Show. Pretty much for the same reasons that Scott said there. Seems like a spoof song to me. Like it's just kind of a joking around type song.
Yeah.
I like some of it, but overall on the album itself, yeah, it was down towards the bottom for me.
Yeah, definitely. So let me get you on there. That's your number 9. All right, so moving on to our number 8, and I'll go first on this one. And I got in this spot, Want Some, Need Some. And when we're listening to the album, because me and Blade listened to the album on the way home on Saturday, the whole album through, and as I was listening to it, I was thinking that's probably my bottom one. I don't know. I can remember the lyrics. I remember the song so well enough to think that's probably my bottom one. But then as I listened to it, I was like, you know what? That's pretty damn catchy.
Yeah.
It was pretty catchy. So I ranked it a little higher than I thought, but I thought it would come in at the very bottom. But I got that as my number 8. Want Some,
I did that too.
Need Some.
I had to move a couple around the more you listen to it. Because hearing all these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I went number 8 on that one. So Jace, you're up next. Your number 8 song.
This is one that I'm going to probably blow you guys out of the water with what I chose here.
Don't do it.
Wasn't a real big fan of their early on ballads.
Oh, don't.
And I'm going to let you know that probably my next least favorite song on this is Cry Tough.
Oh, it's not a ballad.
Okay.
Still.
I thought you were talking about the ballad.
No.
Okay.
That's still. I won't give anything else away, but Cry Tough, first single released off of this album. I think it was a terrible choice. This didn't even get any traction until about a year after that when they started releasing a couple of other singles. So, yeah, it's catchy. Like I said, I love the album top to bottom, but just in ranking them in my ears, that's my number 8.
Okay.
Yeah, I see you love that, don't you?
We'll
not
get
too
to
far
that.
off from me, though.
We'll get to that. All right. Well, you just went last, but you get to go first again here. So you're number 7.
Well, so I get to hop up with my number 7. In that spot, I've got Play Dirty as my number 7, kind of for the same reasons that you.
I didn't do my number 8.
Oh, you didn't do 8?
No, I didn't do 8.
Skipped right over you.
Yep.
Oh, wow, okay.
Well, this will be fast. We'll do this quick. My 8 is number 1, Bad Boy.
Okay.
Yep.
Blade's 8 is number 1, Bad Boy. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Now we can go to 7.
All right. Well, he said Play Dirty already.
Yep, Play Dirty. Pretty much the same reasons that Scott, you said earlier. Wish it was a little faster. It does seem a little bit heavier for Poison, with some of the riffs and whatnot, but it was just so slow. It never got going in my eyes.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. It just was. I was listening back to it now. I was like, it's kind of one of the harder songs on the record,
Yeah.
For Poison at least, but it's still the tempo just seemed too slow on it.
Yeah. They're not really hard. Yeah. Anyway, they're more of a pop.
Yeah, but they got to have a little something for us to have liked it back.
They tried.
Yeah, they have to have a little bit more of that edge, So
they got to butch themselves up a little bit, and they tried and they failed.
All right, Blade now 7.
That's funny. I'm right with them there. I'm right with you. 7's Play Dirty.
Oh, okay.
Same reasons. Yeah, same reason. Like I
Well,
said,
I thought Play Dirty might rank a little higher for you, Blade, but
it doesn't really do it for me either. Yeah, I like the harder stuff, but they've got other hits that are better than that. So
okay. All right. Well, it's down to me now with number 7. And I might get a little slack on this one here. This is one of the singles, but I'm putting I Want Action at number 7. With that song, it was a fun song and video and all that kind of stuff. And I like the part of the song when he does that. But I don't know. I just and nowadays, boy, they would never let that happen. He's like what does he say in that song? He says, "If I can't have her, I'll take her and make her." So
no,
a little back to our rapey
rapist.
side.
Yeah, gonna revert back to a few episodes ago. Yeah.
Yeah. So even though that was a hit, or it was a hit, but it was a single. It's not real high on my and doesn't rank in the top 5 for me for sure. So my number 7 is I Want Act.
Okay.
All right, now we're gonna start with Blade on 6.
6, I'm gonna go with Want Some, Need Some.
Want some, need some. That was okay.
Yeah, just I don't know too much about it, but that's where I put it.
Yeah,
Again, it's an okay. I can have a party and listen to it, but it doesn't rank up there with the top 4 or 5
yeah,
on here anyway.
yeah. All right. Um, I'll go over 6 here. And where do I got 6? I got 6 as I got number 1, Bad Boy. What I had written about that was, no, I mentioned earlier that Poison not tough with her, but I guess you can be a bad boy without being tough, and so that's what kind of decided. But I think it's the second hardest song on the album as far as music wise, and I love the line "What you heard about me." Well, it's probably right. I like that line in the song, and I always kind of dug that song when I first heard it. But like I said, going back to the tough thing, you can be a bad boy without being tough. So that was my 6. What you got, Jace?
Um, at 6, I've got Want Some, Need Some. Uh,
Okay.
I do like the beginning of the song coming in with the drums and the guitar riff right off the bat. But there's so many good songs on here. It's hard to break the top 5 with them. That's the problem. So you got
Yeah.
to put it somewhere. So that's where it lands for me is on 6.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Blade, you already went first on that one.
Yep.
So we're getting to the top ones here. Now this is where it starts to really
Little get hard. It's a little harder.
it'll break down a little bit. Yeah. Got no real big surprises. I think my I Want Action being not in the top 5 maybe is a little bit of a surprise for people. And then Jason's Cry Tough. Ooh.
I told you I'd surprise you with that one.
Okay. All right. So I'm at 5, right? I'm going first. My 5 is Blame It on You. I like that more than what you guys did for sure. I just think the groove of it's got a really cool groove to it. And I love the part where he says, I blame this whole damn mess, honey, right on you. And the bass break is cool. But this whole album, I look back into it. This song is 2 minutes and 32 seconds long. And there's another one that Let Me Go to the Show is 2 minutes and 45 seconds. There's only one song over 4 minutes on this album. It was a super short album. That song is super short. I had to go back and look and make sure it was really that short. 2 minutes and 32 seconds.
That's why I said they said 16 times. They said, blame it on you in 2.5 minutes. So.
Yeah. But I don't mind it. It's one of my top 5. That's for sure. All right, Jace, number 5.
Number 5, I have number 1, Bad Boy.
Okay.
I really do like that song, and I wanted to rate it higher, but it's just so hard with what's in front of it still. But I really do like that song. I love the guitar riffs throughout the song. I just think that CC, this first album, he was something a little different, and he had that it was a little punk sound on his guitar, and
Yeah.
I just loved that. So
They definitely were kind of like punk, you know. I always think that this is kind of, yeah, we had you had Motley and stuff with theater and stuff, but this is kind of really the first hair metal, I think, because they weren't, Motley was always just kind of, singing a little bit darker stuff, but Poison right away was the big smiles and we're having a ball
Right.
and having fun and confetti and all that stuff. And it just kind of, if I think of hair metal, the first thing I think of is Poison. But
Glam metal is Poison.
yeah,
Yeah, glam metal.
but I think of it as hair
Or
metal
glam
too.
rock. Yeah.
Glam rock.
Yeah.
It's
All
hard to
right.
separate those two.
Yeah. So
It is.
Blade, you
Yeah.
still got your 5, right, Blade?
Yep, my 5, that's where I'm going to put Cry Tough.
Okay.
It's a good song, but it doesn't belong up in the top 4. And it doesn't belong at the end. So, right where
That's right in the
Right
middle.
where it is.
Yeah, right where it is. 5.
Ends
Yeah.
up right in the middle.
Yeah.
All right. So now let's go back to Nelly with 4, number 4.
All right, number 4. So here we go. I've got I Won't Forget You in number 4 spot.
Okay.
Like I said, I wasn't, just not a huge fan of that, but it's still a great song. For a majority of the album, it doesn't really fit really well with what they were trying to do, but there's just too many good songs in front of it still. So that's why I had to put it at 4.
All right. I Won't Forget You at 4, Blade. Ooh, I haven't forgotten you.
At 4, I'm going to go I Want Action.
Oh,
Good song. It's got a good heavy rhythm, I think.
Yeah.
And it is a really good song. I like it. Good.
He likes rapists, so yeah.
Yeah.
And there we go.
And there it is.
There it is.
All right. So on to me with my number 4. And my number 4 is also I Won't Forget You. But I have way fondness for that song than probably most Poison fans. I would take that song any day over Something to Believe in. And I would put it really close to Every Rose, even though Every Rose is super huge, but I love I Won't Forget You. The video was cool, and I just think when it comes to that song, what I put in my notes here, it's kind of the forgotten ballad from Poison. Every Rose takes all that cred and everything, and the solo really fits the song. CC's like big hitting solo. But one thing I do think is that Brett probably forgot that girl. I think for
More
sure
than like
he probably forgot her.
whoever that was about, probably.
Yeah. All right. So we're on to 3, and that'll start off with, I think it's me to start now. With number 3. Number 3, I've got Cry Tough. Screw you guys and your low ranking of Cry Tough. That's the first Poison song I ever seen. And you two guys especially should thank that, because I seen it, brought Poison to you guys' attention, and went and got the record like the next day, because it was coming out like the next day. I love Cry Tough because it's like the story of them making it. They had to cry tough, they had to fight to make it and stuff. And I always love the line in the song that says, "Sometimes the rainbow, baby, is better than the pot of gold." And what they're trying to say there is sometimes that journey is better than the reward at the end. So I always love that song. I always think of Poison. When I think of Poison, I think of that song because it was the first one I ever heard. And
ultimately, it doesn't come down to that I don't like the song.
Yeah,
it's just I like the other songs better on that album. That's all.
Yeah. It's pretty good. Anyways,
I don't want you too mad at me because I ranked it so low.
All right, number 3 for you, Jace.
I Want Action at number 3.
Okay.
Great song. I especially, love the storytelling in the middle of it. That's always awesome. I can't wait for that every time they play it in concert when I see it,
Jump in the back seat, one part.
You got it. Yep.
No, just, not in the front. Jump in the back.
That's right. Brings back memories.
Yeah. A lot of these songs.
Just not getting caught.
But all right, Blade. What you got at 3?
We're at 3. Yep. Here's my ballad. That's what the ballad is. I Won't Forget You.
All right.
It is a great ballad. I mean, every one of us has gone through that, guys and women. I mean, we're old. We've all probably sat up late at night with a whiskey and Coke in our hand and you know,
Reminisce.
and listen to that song and thought of the person you lost or dumped you or whatever. We've all
Yeah.
done that.
Oh yeah,
It's a really good song. Yeah.
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 I said I always love that song. I said it's like the people don't talk about it very much, but I still love that song.
Yeah. It's a very good ballad.
All right. Well, man, we're down there. I think we all got the same thing
We all
left.
got the same too.
I think we all
I
got the
told
same two
I
Yeah.
left.
told you beforehand. It's probably going to come down to one of two songs.
All right. Well, you're starting off with number two. We'll know what
I get
happens.
okay. Well, it's a toss up, man. But when I go back to it and I look at the album, I'm going to go. My number two is "Talk Dirty to Me." I know this is the song that really catapulted that album once everybody started getting into it and whatnot, and all of a sudden here it charts up the billboards as soon as that song and video comes out. It's crazy. So that is where they exploded. But to me, when I tell you the number one song and explain it to you, you'll understand why I placed it at two.
Okay. All right, Blade, what's your two? What you got? Where you going? Come on now.
My number two, yeah, is not CC pick up this guitar and talk to me. It's look what the cat dragged in.
Oh,
Yeah.
that one surprises me.
Really?
Oh, that one does surprise me a lot. I thought for sure you were going the other way.
No, I like talk dirty to me. I like CC pick up that guitar and talk to me.
So let me get this right though. What you're picking? The number two
I
is
said
look
it's
what.
not CC pick up that guitar and talk
So
to me.
your number two
Look,
is look what the cat dragged in.
Look what the cat dragged in is number two. Obviously, talk
Yes.
dirty is number one. But
Yes. Wow. Yeah, but that's surprising. I figured you were look what the cat dragged in all the way.
really, okay. It is a toss up. They're both good. You got to pick one.
Yeah. All right. So back to me with number two, and like you both said, these are the two songs. But I kind of had it in my mind when I first heard we were going to do this. I kind of had my one in mind, and my number two has got to be "Look What the Cat Dragged In." It's a fantastic song. It should have started the album off. I mean, the album's named that. It was the first track on side two if you had a cassette, but it should have been the very first track off the album. And that is like almost the perfect like intro song at a concert for them to come out.
you are stealing my thunder, buddy.
I got you. Yeah, they come out to that at the beginning of the show, and it's just like, yeah, that is why that is my number two, but it's not my number one. I think we all know that now. So all right, we'll just go back to you, Jace. Go ahead and give your look with the cat dragged in.
Yeah, obviously I went with "Look What the Cat Dragged In." Just looking back at it and the words and everything that goes with it. Could you imagine your first album coming out to the world is "Look What the Cat Dragged In"? Here we are. We look like this. This is what we are. It'd just be an awesome start. First single. I think it should have been the first single and video.
Yes,
Um,
definitely.
I just think that would have been a hell of a way to start their first album with that song.
And I know that was like when we all got the album, the first one, we all knew that we didn't know anything really. I knew kind of
Right.
tough, but then as soon as I listened to it, I mean, as soon as every single one of us heard "Look What the Cat Dragged In," bang, we all loved that song from the very first listen. Before that the beginning riff, we all fell in love with that song right away.
Yeah. And I'm sure all of us heard from the old people the next day, "Ooh, look what the cat dragged in," when we were
Yeah, we all
After-
wanted to live.
Yeah.
We all wanted to live that life, I
yeah,
went to bed too late and got up too soon. We were
Yeah.
kind of living that life a little bit.
we were for a
yeah.
while. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, that song was just like instant, fell in love with it right away. All right, Blade, we got your number one. We know what it is, but talk about
dirty
it.
to me. Yeah.
Talk
CC,
dirty
pick
about
up that guitar and talk to me.
it.
Yeah, it is just a great song, and it still is. It's a good time party song. You can't go wrong with it.
Yeah.
They made this album, and I think it only cost them like 20 grand to make this album. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
I think I read it cost them $23,000 to make that
Yeah.
album.
And how many copies did they sell? I mean, they're
Yeah.
amazing.
It's one of the top 10 selling best like hair metal albums. That's what I got.
Millions,
That's what we're doing this series. As far as we've already
I know
done
what
Rat
is
out of the cellar.
Is it double or triple platinum in the US now? I can't remember.
Oh, it's got to be triple, maybe quadruple even. To be in the
Might be.
top 10, to be in the top 10, it's got to be, and it belongs there. It definitely belongs there.
Yeah.
Yeah, my number one's Talk Dirty to Me. It's just, I think it's the perfect pop metal song. It's just like a perfect, it made the perfect crossover. I mean, the girls loved it. I mean,
Oh
all the
yeah.
guys loved it and all the girls loved it. It was just like, it was a perfect timing for that song to come out. The pick slides on it. Oh, I love that part of it. And
This is where you're at a concert and everybody's just
Yeah.
going
yeah,
crazy, having a good
and it
time.
was
Yeah.
yeah, kind
Could
of
you imagine?
risque back in the time. Back then, it was, you don't think of it now like that talk dirty to me means anything, but back then it was kind of a little risque. Like, oh, they're
Yeah.
saying talk dirty to me. That's a sexual thing. It
Yeah.
was kind of risque at the time.
Could
And
you
it's
imagine if they would have released that as their number one single? You would have
yeah,
had another year's worth of popularity out of Poison before,
yeah. I'm surprised they
you
didn't,
know.
but it was kind of good
Maybe
that they.
back then it was too risque, so they made them do "Look What the Cat Dragged In."
It
I don't
might
know.
have been.
Well, they didn't. Yeah, they look what the cat dragged. It wasn't a single. What first was Cry Tough, and then Talk Dirty to Me came out
Oh
after
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
that.
I I mean I get why they probably picked Cry Tough, telling the story of this band from
Yeah.
Pennsylvania moves out west,
Yeah,
is
but did
on
they
hard.
even pick it, or did radio executive the Suits pick it?
Well,
Ooh,
the Suits picked it. I'm sure the Suits
Yeah, the
picked it
Suits
all.
probably picked
The
it.
radio executives picked it for whatever reason.
just
And
well,
another thing I always liked about, I think that, and I think probably all of us kind of did without maybe thinking about it, was that with Brett singing and stuff, he was Midwestern. He kind of sounded more like us, as to where a lot of our bands, Rat and Motley, and them guys are all California guys. They kind of had a
yeah,
different sound
surfer
to their,
dudes, yeah,
yes, different tone to their voice or different enunciation of stuff. And Brett was more Midwestern. It kind of sounded more like we sounded, I think that was one of the reasons that a lot of us, and going back to Talk Dirty to Me, like if you can only, we might do this on an episode, maybe a good episode to do it. Just say a band and the first thing that comes to your mind. If you say Poison to me, I say Talk Dirty.
Oh,
As
oh
to
yeah,
yeah.
where the other night when, and it made a little bit of sense when John brought it up when we were talking anthems, but it would make me sad if people think of Nothing But a Good Time over Talk Dirty to Me. I think Talk Dirty to Me is a way better song than Nothing But a Good Time. I understand it was kind of an
yeah,
anthem, but
yeah,
Talk Dirty to Me is what I associate with Poison.
Like the
yeah.
best Poison song overall. That's what you'd pick.
That's what, if you just say a Poison song, I'm going to say Talk Dirty to Me. That's the first thing.
I'm not gonna say Nothing But a Good Time, but anybody who's not is just a casual listener to that type of music, they're gonna say Nothing But a Good Time. They're
Yeah,
that's
probably.
what they're gonna say about Poison.
Yeah, probably. Or they might say Every Rose, but
Maybe.
yeah, but like I said, Talk Dirty to Me is the song that I
Yeah.
think of when I'm talking
When
Poison.
you think of Poison, yeah. Mhm.
Plus, it's the first album, and we were there for that kind of stuff. A lot of the people, that are on some of these shows weren't there when
Right.
it first came out, so they're going back on it, and then comparing it to Open Up and Say Ah or whatever. And I still think we'll get to that in other episodes probably, but I still think the debut by Poison's the best. Look What the Cat Dragged is the best album.
Yeah.
I
It
think.
was it was something when it came out. I mean, it was like I remember you came over in your Camaro. I was standing in my driveway, and you go, "You gotta listen to these guys." And
Yeah,
I'm like, "Oh my, are you serious?" And I looked at the cover. I'm like, "You want me to listen to that?"
yeah,
And then I was hooked. I really was. I mean,
yeah,
Scott pulled into the driveway and pulled the tape out and goes, "Listen."
yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh, you're
Then we
right."
went to go see him, and that was really on. Once you went to see him, that was really on. Then they were so
Yeah,
loud.
yeah.
It was really on. But yeah, I guess
Yeah.
that's. Oh, I got to add up our total, so we'll see what it is here. All right, folks, we've totaled up the scores here, and I can run down the list. We'll start off at the bottom. I think that one was probably pretty obvious, but with a score of 29 was Let Me Go to the Show. So that one ended up at number 10, which it's number 10 on the album. Makes sense. All right. And then the next one would be Blame It On You, which I liked quite a bit, but you guys did not like. So that ended up at the next spot, would be the number 9 spot with a score of 24.
Too repetitive.
Too repetitive. I still like the group. All right. Next up would be Played Dirty. And I was kind of surprised that it ended up this low. We all didn't really think that much of Played Dirty. That had a score of 23. And then we start getting some better scores here. The next best score would be Want Some, Need Some, which I had ranked pretty low, but you guys ranked it a little higher. That come in with a 20. And then right behind that was number one Bad Boy with a score of 19. And then right behind that would have been Cry Tough with a 16. Still think it should be higher. And then next would be I Won't Forget You. Oh no, I Want Action. I Want Action at 14. With a score of 11 is I Won't Forget You. And then we're to the two big ones, and they did take a big jump. We got number 2 would be Look What the Cat Dragged In with a score of 5, and then Talk Dirty to Me is the overall winner with a score of 4.
It almost mirrors my list, almost.
Yeah, does it? Yeah, that's pretty close. Yeah.
I knew once we got to the top couple, there wasn't going to be much of a difference between the top 2 or 3. You know?
I really thought what you guys think was going to be 1? I thought Look at the Cat Dragged In to be 1.
No, I thought you guys would pick Talk Dirty to Me, honestly.
That's what I thought it was going to be.
I thought Baker for sure would pick Look What the Cat Dragged In, and I didn't know about you, but I knew myself was going to pick Talk Dirty to Me, but I just kind of thought Look What the Cat Dragged In would be the one, but I'm kind of surprised a little bit, just that it's.
I don't think you can go wrong with either one of them.
You're exactly right.
I mean, they're interchangeable at the beginning. I mean, one put them over the top for being released. The other one was just a fabulous song that could have led that album off really easy.
Yeah. Why they didn't release it as a single is crazy. They should have released 5 singles off it for one, but they should have. I would take off I Want Action and put Look What the Cat Dragged In there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
I would have really been curious to see how far up the Billboard charts that would have went if they would have released it. And if they would have released it like right after Talk Dirty to Me or right before it, I think it would have been crazy.
And you imagine the video they could have made with it? You know, they could have had him all disheveled and laid in a bed with a girl on the left of him, a girl on the right. The video would have been, they could have picked, it was a perfect time for that stuff. I mean, all the debauchery and stuff, it was perfect time for a video for that song.
Yeah.
All right. Well, everybody that's watching, make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you comment below. Tell us what your lists are. Tell us what you think of our lists, if we're crazy or not, and see if you agree with us, and let us know which songs you would rank and how you'd rank them down below.
I'm the only crazy one with Cry Tough.
Yeah, you're gonna take a little heat for that one a little bit. That was the only one that was really out there, I thought, really.
Yeah.
But thanks for coming on, Jace. I'm sure you'll be back for some other stuff with us.
Yeah. Anytime.
Yeah. And Blade, always. It's a pleasure. Right. We got lots of cool stuff coming up, folks. We and Blade went down to a concert, seen Sammy Hagar, so we got some footage down there, and that episode will come out in a couple weeks, I think. I'm still putting that one together, but stay tuned for that. And please, just like I said, like and subscribe, share with your friends. You know, if you know people that listen to this kind of music and we get a kick out of this, make sure you let them know. And we're trying to get our subscribers up. We got over 100 now, which don't sound like a lot compared to a lot of the creators out there, but took a lot to get to 100. But maybe we can keep on moving if people out there give us a hand. Appreciate everybody for watching, and we'll see you next time. See ya.
See ya.
See ya.